Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to talk about what it takes or how do you move from island to island or even just city to city here in the Philippines. A lot of people had questions in my last video. They had comments about, oh, how do you get all your stuff over to the next island? Well, we're going to talk all about that in today's video. Stick around. All right, so as everyone knows, again, this old news at this point, I am moving, location undisclosed at this point. I will let you know in a week. We'll reveal where I'm at and I'll show you my condo that I'm moving to. Again, it was down between Davao, Cebu, in particular Mactan, Newtown, Iloilo, and Bacolod. Those were my four options. And a lot of people ask me, well, how are you getting all your stuff? If you see, I have a sofa here. It's a reclining sofa. I refuse to give it up. It's worth moving. And I've got a big 65-inch TV, Sony Bravia, which I really don't want to spend the money on. And, you know, I would only get half of what I paid for it this time around. I do have some kitchen stuff and some clothes. And obviously, that does not all fit on the back of my Yamaha Aerox. Now, once upon a time, everything I owned, I could fit on my motorbike. And I would just drive around from place to place and load up my motorbike, you know, the box and under the seat and a storage bag in front and a backpack on, and off I would go. Well, this time is a bit different. This time I'm a bit more settled and I do have like things that creature comforts that I want to maintain. Now, would it be a big deal to offload it? No, I'm pretty much a minimalist. I wouldn't shed any tears over it. I've offloaded a lot of stuff Maya got, as you've probably seen in her video. You recognize the old couch and coffee table and all that. Well, she has that now. So anyway, the point is depending as far as cost and everything, usually what you can do is two things. One, you can, if you're just moving to a nearby city, then you can just, what I did is put out a Facebook marketplace ad. Hey, I'm moving to this city. For example, I'm moving from Dumaguete to San Carlos, which maybe is 3.5 hours, 4 hours away. I need a mover to move a sofa, a TV. Basically, I put down what I have because I wanted to make sure they weren't coming with this small little multi-cab. My stuff is not going to fit in a small little multi-cab truck. And I said, DM me some offers. And I got some offers. One person wanted to charge me $17,000 for the move. Another person wanted to charge me 10. And I said, okay, 10 sounds great. I mean, 10,000 pesos, that's around 175 US dollars. And it would include two people, two movers, and they would drive to here and load everything up and then move to the new location and offload it and everything for me. And that included gas and everything. Of course, with that amount, I probably would give them a little bit of a tip because that's probably some hard work and enough to cover their lunch and dinner and everything like that as well. By the way, guys, if you're moving to a new island, you may want to start dating. And if you want to date, the best dating site I recommend is down in the description in the pinned comment. Check it out. They check all the profiles and they make sure they are legit. If there's a scammer, you can report it. They'll take care of it. So if you are looking for a serious relationship, check out those links today. Back to the video. So there's a few ways you can do it. If you're moving by ferry, then you can find a ferry that is a RoRo, R-O-R-O. That means roll on, roll off. And Dumaguete, they have those. So if I was moving to Cebu, Mactan, then I could find one that would just take me to Cebu. And then the truck would just take the ferry across. And of course, at that point, if you're going to include like a ferry or something, you're going to have to include ferry tickets as well, besides the moving cost for the movers and the truck. And then you'd have to pay for the ferry ride back. And if it's a long trip and they want to overnight, you might have to pay for a hotel. So bear that in mind, and plus maybe meals. So it can get a little bit more expensive depending how far away the island is. For example, I could go to Cagayan de Oro, which is in Mindanao, CDO, and that would be like an overnight ferry. That in that case, then of course you're looking at a lot more because you got to pay for tickets. You have to pay the gas is not so much because it's just pretty much on the ferry the entire way. And you're probably going to have to pay for maybe a hotel and all the meals and stuff. So anyway, that's how I did it. I just went on Facebook Marketplace and advertised. That is the best way to always find your rentals and everything. So you almost need a Facebook account just for that reason alone. To plan out for this move, basically, I had locations already in mind again. Davao, Mactan, Newtown, Iloilo, Bacolod, and so I already knew the locations, and it was a matter of finding a condo. And for me, I basically sold a bunch of stuff, and the rest went to Maya, and the rest trash, and some of it giving away. And the thing about the Philippines is it actually has a pretty good resale market here. People are all over used stuff, especially other expats moving. Other expats, they're always looking for that stuff. An expat who maybe moves here, buys a brand new motorbike and decides, oh, I'm going back to the States. It's not for me. Sells the motorbike for dirt cheap. That's how I got my TV. The neighbor was moving back to the US. I bought it for really cheap. Another thing is people were like, well, how did you decide on where you wanted to move? Well, one is accessibility. That was almost the most important one for me. And that means access to ports, airports, roads. How good were those? I wanted a variety of those. In other words, I wanted a good system of roads where I could travel around different locations. I wanted ferries where I could hop on like a roll-on, roll-off with my motorbike and go to different destinations, because this is an island, over 7,000 islands, so that is a big thing here. You need to have the ferry system. And then, of course, plane. I need to be able to have an airport where I can get around the Philippines. Preferably, in my situation, I really wanted something international so I could kind of jump around a bit more in one less leg of the journey. You could cut out the trip to Cebu or Manila and just go directly to wherever your destination is. Two, of course, was the cost of living. To be honest, around the Philippines, it's not a huge difference of cost of living. Now, if you're going to go live in BGC in a high-end condo versus Davao or Iloilo, it's really not that big of a difference. I've discovered. Obviously, if you're way out in the province, then you're going to find cheaper housing, but the standards are not going to be as good either. Lifestyle, as far as beaches, city life, or are there a lot of nature spots around? All of that came into play. I wanted a place. I'm big into nature, and I love to hop on my motorbike and just take off and go up into the mountains or go check out a waterfall or a beach. I like having that option. Community, as far as local expat hubs and local vibes, for the most part, I really didn't want a huge expat population, but I still wanted kind of the amenities. So it's kind of a catch-22, but that's another thing I looked at. Healthcare and essential services, I needed a place that had at least a good hospital. And so didn't want to go someplace that's just got a clinic or not, just a public hospital that's not very good. I got this question quite a few times in my last video. How much did it cost, and how do you find the service to help you move? Well, I explained how I found it. The cost again was 10,000 pesos, and that's just for the movers in the truck, and I guess the gas of going to where they need to. And then, of course, again, like I said, if they have to hop on a ferry, then you'd have to pay the ferry charges and things like that, and food for these guys. So again, I'll disclose all of that, where I end up. In the near future, a video will be coming out about all of that, so don't worry. And again, I'll look forward to making that video because I hate keeping it's hard to not say what city I'm going to and the condo and all of that. I know a lot of people want to know, but I figured it's better if I'm there and I can kind of show you versus just talking about it still while I'm in Dumaguete. So just a week to go. We got Christmas, New Year's, and tomorrow's trash day here, and I can get rid of a lot of trash that I got. Yeah, so I look forward to getting to the new place and kind of Geo 2.0, Geo 3.0, whatever you want to call it, kind of a fresh start again with a fresh new year. 2025 is going to be very different from the last 3 years for me, obviously. So I'm going to take you guys on the journey, and again, I'm going to be back in the States for more frequently, for longer trips. Not necessarily will I be filming too much there, because I don't think people have that much interest. I'll just make sure I do a lot of film footage of the Philippines before I go. That way I can have videos on the Philippines for you. I also plan on, a lot of people down in the comments are saying, go to Thailand, go to Thailand. Well, you know, I plan on checking it out as well. I would hate to change the channel name to Geo in Thailand, but you know, you never know what happens down the road. I don't know, who knows? But for now, the location that I'm going to, I think I'm pretty happy, and I'm pretty happy to keep it as a home base while I travel around. So again, guys, dating, and if you're looking for a relationship, the links are down in the description, in the pinned comment. I highly recommend it. And check it out today, and I'll see everyone on the next video.